Secrets in their roses started to get up and out you go. Look around, what do you see? Plots in the ground, a long line to thee. Walk around, where will you go? Seas in the air covered up with snow. Mistress Mary, quite contrary, comes to golden glow. All his joy she wears in the eyes is red, and up you go. Mistress Mary, quite contrary, comes to golden glow. When an early morning's gone, it's all to get up, you're out you go.
Major! There's a girl in here.
You mean alive?
My name is Mary Lennox. Where has everyone gone? Where's my ayah?
We've searched the servants' bungalow as well, sir. It's just one black snake. And this girl.
But why has no one come for me?
I'm afraid there's no one left, miss.
Bloody miracle she escaped the cholera. Though God knows how. She was drinking the same water they was.
But where are my mother and father?
I'm sorry, miss.
Where shall I take the girl, sir? Our orders are to burn anything that might be contaminated.
The governor's house for now. I believe there's an uncle somewhere.
Yes, sir. You'll have to leave that picture here, miss.
No, I will not. I am taking it with me.
It's your pretty mother. Is it?
No, 'tisn't.
Yes, well, come along then.
Can it be a dream? Surely it must seem like a frightful dream. How can this be true?
Won't her mother come?
Come, wake her up to play. Won't her father say, here's a rose for you. There's a girl whom no one sees. There's a girl who's left alone. There's a heart that beats in silence for the life she's never known. For the life she's never known.
She's such a sour young thing. Perhaps if Rose had spent more time in the nursery, Mary might have learned some of her mother's pretty ways.
Still, what a nightmare it must have been for the girl. To wander up to bed in the middle of a party, then wake up next morning with them all dead.
Good evening, Major. I'm Mr. Craven's housekeeper. Is this the girl?
Yes, Mum. And here are her papers and the death certificates and all. Her father was captain of my regiment and a fine
Thank you, Major.
Yes, Mum. Pleasant journey to you, Mum.
Well, now, I suppose you'd like to know something about where you're going.
Would I?
But don't you care about your new home, then?
It doesn't matter whether I care or not.
Now, in all my years, I've never seen a child sit so still or look so old.
High on a hill sits a big old house with something wrong inside it. Spirits haunt the halls and make no effort now to hide it. What will put their souls to rest and stop their ceaseless sighing? Why do they call out children's names and speak of one who's crying?
Well, you're right not to care. Why you're being brought to Misselthwaite, I'll never know. Your Uncle Archibald isn't going to trouble himself about you, that's sure and certain. He never troubles himself about anyone.
The master hears the whispers on the stairways dark and still, and the spirits speak of secrets in the house upon the hill.
He's a hunchback, you see, and a sour young man he was, and got no good of all his money and big plays till he were married.
to my mother's sister?
Her name was Lily, and she were a sweet, pretty thing. And he'd have walked the world over to get her a blade of grass that she wanted. Nobody thought she'd marry him, but marry him she did. And it weren't for his money either. But then when she died...
How did she die?
It made him worse than ever. He travels most of the time now. It's your uncle's brother, Dr. Craven, makes all decisions these days.
High on the hill sits a big old house with something wrong inside it. Someone died and someone's left alone and can't abide it. There in the house is a lonely man, still haunted by her beauty, asking what her life can be where naught remains but duty.
Is it always so ugly here?
It's the moor. Miles and miles of wild land that nothing grows on but heather and gorse and broom, and nothing lives on but wild ponies and sheep.
But what is that awful howling sound?
That's the wind blowing through the bushes. They call it wuthering, that sound. But look there, that tiny light far across there. That'll be the gate, it will.
And the master hears the whispers on the stairways dark and still, and the spirits speak of secrets in the house upon the hill.
Archie, for God's sake, the girl's parents are dead. She has traveled 6,000 miles. You are her legal guardian. The least you can do is be here to greet her. I can't, Neville. I wouldn't know what to say. I'll be upstairs.
Mary Lennox, this is Dr. Craven, your uncle's brother.
How do you do?
You ought to take her to her room. He doesn't want to see her.
Very good, Doctor.
Can it be a dream? Surely it does seem like a frightful dream. No one here she knows. Shadows on the walls, dark and crafty walls, catch her if she falls. Still no fear she shows.
Well, here you are, then. This room and the next are where you'll live. But you mustn't expect that there will be people to talk to you. You'll have to play about and look after yourself. When you're in this house, don't go wandering the halls. Your uncle won't have it.
Won't have it.
Albert, please.
Rose, I really must send you and Mary away from the city until we get this cholera under control.
And what shall I do? Wander around the hills alone with our child while she stares at me the whole time?
She's not staring at you, Rose. Mary just wants to look at you. Just like all the rest of us.
Good night, then.
Yes, Mum.
There's a girl who no one sees. There's a girl who's left alone. There's a heart that beats in silence for the life she's never known.
I heard someone crying. Who though could it be? Maybe it was Mother calling out, "Come see." Maybe it was Father, all alone and lost and cold. I heard someone crying. Maybe it was me.
I heard someone singing. Who though could it be? Maybe it was Lily calling out to me. Maybe she's not gone so far away as I've been told. I heard someone singing. Maybe it was she.
Maybe it was someone I could find and have a cup of tea. Maybe it was someone who could bring the tea and calm my feet.
Someone crying.
say who. Someone in this house with nothing left to do. Sounded like a farmer left alone, his love grown cold. I heard someone crying. Maybe it was you.
Maybe I was dreaming of a garden growing far below. Maybe I was dreaming of a life that I will never live. Where are you? I'm lost without you. I can't walk these halls without you. Lily, where are you? I need you. I have searched the world, but you're not there. Come and tell me why you brought me home if you're not here. My Lily, where are you? I'm lost without you. Lily, where are you? I can't find you. I'm so chased you behind you. Lily, where are you without you?
Me mother asked me, lassie, tell me what your lad man do before you give your rat away and all.
Are you my servant?
Well there, Mary Lennox. Me name is Martha. And now that's it, I'll make the bed.
Aren't you going to dress me first?
Canna thou dress thyself then?
In India, my ayah dressed me.
Well, then it'll do the good to wait on thyself a bit. This fair when the grandfolks children don't know their fools been wished to get their work like they wish cookies.
What is this language you speak?
Of course, you've not heard any Yorkshire, have you? Living in India. Mrs. Medlock said I'd have to be careful, or you wouldn't understand what I was saying. I didn't know what to expect from you either. Why, when I heard you was coming from Bombay, I thought you'd be a solid brown. I did. But you're not brown at all. You're more yeller, I'd say. Hey, now, lassie, I didn't know you'd be so easy vexed. I'll help you on with your clothes this time if you like. You just pretend you're back in India. And I'm your servant. And you just give me that little yellow foot.
I'm quite right. Thank you.
Look there. Out the window. It's the moor, it is. Like a dull purple sea this morning. Do you like it?
I hate it.
Oh. Well, you wait till spring then. For the moor is fair covered in gorse and heather and there's such a lot of fresh air. Me brother Dickon goes off and plays on the moor for hours. He's got a pony that's made friends with him, and birds and sheep and such what eats right out of his hands.
These are not my clothes.
Aye, miss, your uncle doesn't want you dressing in black.
These are nicer than mine.
Well, you get these new clothes on then, and wrap up warm and run out and play. Ooh, that'll give you stomach for your porridge.
Mrs. Medlock told me there's nothing out there but a big old park.
Well, maybe you'll run into our Dickon out there. Maybe he'll give you a ride on his pony.
I don't know anything about boys.
If I had a fine white horse, I'd take you for a ride today. But since I have no fine white horse, inside I'll have to stay and empty all the chamber pots and scrub the floors and such. But what's there to do on a fine white horse? It seems to me not much. If I had a wooden boat, I'd take you for a sail today. But since I have no wooden boat. Inside I'll have to stay and catch and kill the mice and cook the chickens for the cook. But what's there to do on a wooden boat? But sit up straight and look, and worry our boat will start to drift and float us out to sea and land us on an isle of gold. Oh dearie me. If I had a chambermaid, I'd take you out to play today. They say outdoors a maze where once you enter, there you stay. For certain we'd get lost, and they'd come looking for our bones and find us sometime late next week and bring us tea and scones. But what if there's a clan of trolls camping neath a tree? Or what if there's a pirate cave? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dearie me. If I wasn't so afraid, I'd take you out the door today. But talking birds and tales of fairies keep me scared away. And yes, I promise not to tell what else is there. Although, if in the maze you chance to see a garden guarded by a tree and meet a bird who speaks to thee, then come and tell my fine white horse and me. Medlock's bell again, and I've got all this to clean up first. Can thou find the way out thyself? It's down the stairs, past the ballroom, through the hallway.
I'll find it.
Mary Lennox! I thought thou might like to have a skipping rope to play with. Mary Lennox! I forgot the rope.
Oatcakes and cream, sweet plums in a jar.
And every day to my garden, this man, who might he be, came bearing baskets of roses, for he loved me.
All I earn I'd give,
just a garden.
All I would ask is never to leave. Say you'll have me safe, you will keep me. Where you would lead me, there I would, there I would, there I would, there I would go.
A man who
a girl who came to my valley.
A man, a girl
Harry Lennox, sir. Are you my Uncle Archibald?
Yes, I am. Good morning, child.
Are you going to be my father now?
I am your guardian, though I am a poor one for any child. I offer you my deepest...
Is this my Aunt Lily in this picture?
Yes, it is. Where did you get that?
It's on my dresser in India. Maybe Mother put it there. I don't know.
Your mother? And my Lily? Please excuse me. Who dressed you, child?
Martha tried to, sir.
Yes, I see.
Lily, you've been dancing with that gloomy Archibald all evening.
He's only shy, Rose. I think Archie has the tenderest heart I've ever known.
Silly Lily. Have you been so busy looking into his eyes that you've missed the hump on his back?
I do hope you'll enjoy the gardens.
Oh, but I want to know what happened to dead people.
Yes, well, quite natural you should wonder that. We bury them. We put their things away. We remember things they said. We talk to them sometimes in our minds, of course.
Can they hear us?
And then one morning, when we think we're over them at last, we find ourselves in the ballroom, knowing full well we've been here all night, and we draw the painful conclusion that we've been dancing with them again.
I don't understand.
Nor will you ever. They're not gone, you see. Just dead.
Is my Aunt Lily a ghost now?
Why? Have you heard her?
I heard someone crying in the house last night, but I don't know anything about ghosts. Is my father a ghost now? Does everyone who dies become a ghost?
They're only a ghost if someone alive is still holding on to them.
Maybe what I heard was Mother telling me to be nice, so you'll keep me.
The house is haunted, child, day and night. But it is yours to live in for as long as I am master here. I offer you my deepest sympathies on your arrival.
Did my mother have any other family? Skip, skip the ladies to the master's gate. Sip, sip the ladies for the master, eh? Tiptoe the chambermaid and stole their pearls. Snip, sip the gardener and could top their curls.
It's a maze, this garden, it's a maze of ways any man can spend his day. It's a maze, this garden, it's a maze of paths, but a soul can find the way.
For an old man knows how a year it goes, how the coal outground and the spring comes round, how the seeds take cold and the ferns unfold, how an English garden grows.
Skip, skip the ladies to the master's gate. Sip, sip the ladies for the master, eh?
Come along, love, come fly away, fly along, come along, fly away home.
It's a maze, this garden, it's a maze of ways to lead a man astray.
Take a left and then turn and left again, as a soul can find a way. For an old man knows how a year it goes.
Come fly away,
how the coal outground in the spring comes round, how the time it shows how a garden grows.
come fly away, fly away
Sip, sip the ladies for the master, eh? Tiptoe the chambermaid, steal their pearls. Snip, snip the gardener and could top their pearls. Good morning, Ben.
Back again today, are you? What you been doing out there?
Just wandering around. I don't have anybody to play with and nothing to do.
Dickens here. Why don't you go talk to him? Saw him myself not 5 minutes ago. Cantering with that stick of his.
I haven't met Dickon yet. I'm not even sure he exists. I think you and Martha just made him up.
Well then, I'll give you a spade if you want to dig a little hole somewhere.
A little hole? For what?
You and me are a good bit alike, Missy. We're neither of us good looking, and we're both as sour as we look.
I saw that Robin again today.
Well, of course you did. It never was his like for being meddlesome. He's the real head gardener around here. Chirping at me to come see some bush needs pruning.
I know where he lives, too. It's that walled garden with the tall hedge all around it. And no door. And that funny tree growing over the top of the wall. I think that tree's the same one that my Aunt Lily's sitting in this picture. Am I right?
Aye, that's the one, Missy. That it is. That were Miss Lily's garden.
Her garden? But I want to see it. Can you show me the door?
No, I can't. When she died, your Uncle Archie locked the door. Said no one was ever to go in that garden again and buried the key. Now the ivy's grown up over that door. So even I don't know what it is anymore.
But aren't you worried that the garden is all dead with nobody taking care of it?
Of course I am. But if I so much as set foot in there...
Maybe the real reason the Robin is chirping at you is he wants you to climb over the garden wall and work on it.
Maybe he does. But I can't go losing me job on the advice of a bird now, can I? And the same goes for you.
My Uncle Archie said
your
that
Uncle Archie is gone most of the time, Missy. And he used to say what might happen if he weren't here to stop it, eh?
Do you believe in spirits?
Aye. Old place like this, there's more of them than there are of us.
I heard that crying in the house again last night.
That could very well be a spirit you heard. They like a tall ceiling and a long hallway to swoop around in.
In India once, I saw a fakir pull a big dead snake right up out of a basket and make it dance.
I'm sure you think you've seen just about everything, Missy, except the inside of that garden. And you keep it that way. Do you hear me?
Good day, Ben.
Winter's on the wing, here's a fine spring morn. Coming clean through the night, come the May, I say. Winter's taken flight, sweeping dark, cold air out to sea. Spring is born, come the day, I say, and you'll be here to see it. Stand and breathe it all the day. Stoop and feel it. Stop and hear it, spring, I say. And now the sun is climbing high, rising fast on fire, glaring down through the gloom, gone the grey, I say. The sun spells the doom of the winter's rain, ice and chill must retire, come the May, say I, and you'll be here to see it. We'll stand and breathe it all the day. Stoop and feel it, stop and hear it, spring, I say. I say, be gone, ye howling gales, be off, ye frosty morns, all ye solid streams begin to thaw. Melt, ye waterfalls, part ye frozen winter walls. See, see, now it starts in, and now the mist is lifting high, leaving bright blue air, rolling clear across the moor, come the May, I say. The storm will soon be by, leaving clear blue sky. Soon the sun will shine, come the day, say ya, and you'll be here to see it. Oh, stand and breathe it all the day. Stoop and feel it, stop and hear it. Spring, I say. Hello there, Mary.
Who are you?
I'm Martha's brother, Dickon. I hope I didn't frighten you.
But what are you doing here?
Oh, I did frighten you. I'm sorry.
But why haven't I seen you before?
Well, a body has to move gentle and speak low when wild things is about.
You mean you're here all the time?
Well, if something is sick, I take a look at it. Sure I do. And find the ponies that wander off and the eggs that roll out the nest. But looky, me mother sent you a penneth of seeds for your garden. There's columbine and poppy by the handful.